All right, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm going to have you settle down real quick, get to your seats. We are going to go ahead and kick off our program this morning. Sorry, this afternoon now. It is afternoon. I know there's a lot of conversation happening. I love to see it, but we definitely want to go ahead and get our program underway. So if you can have a seat at your table, we are going to get started. Again, good afternoon. My name is Sade Moore, and I am the CEO of the Central District Community Preservation and Development Authority. Thank you, thank you. We, as a CDCPDA or community, own the McKinney Center for Community and Economic Development. So thank you all again. Welcome to our second annual Springing Forward Brunch for Black Economic Brilliance here at Amazon Frontier. It's incredible to see this room once again for the second year in a row filled with community members, supporters, friends, ready to celebrate Black economic empowerment. I want to first thank and give gratitude to my Black Employee Network, in which we have a few members in the room today, for being the host sponsor. Can y'all stand up, please? Anybody with Ben? Anyone with Ben? Kalia, go ahead and stand up. Thank you. I also want to thank my incredible team. Can y'all stand up as well? You know who you are. My staff. The CDCPDA Board of Directors, can you guys stand up? Our board members in the room, please stand if you can. Thank you. Our guest speakers and supporters, our fiscal sponsor, Seattle Parks Foundation, our donating partners, Amazon's global events team, production, reception, security, our vendors, and our volunteers. So thank you all again. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, we're here today because the McKinney Center isn't just a building, it's a movement. It's where economic opportunity meets community power. It's where we're reclaiming our presence in the Central District and building pathways to generational wealth. I want to give another huge shout out to our incredible tenants who make the McKinney Center a thriving hub every single day. Fresh Start Professional Services, please stand up. Arms Around You, please stand up. Black Legacy Homeowners, if you are in the building, please stand up. The IF Project, Cherish Academy, young black homeowners, Complete Driving Experience, the Central Area Documentary Project Association. Your work, your missions, and your dedication to our community, that's what brings these walls to life. So thank you for trusting us to be your home base. And to every business in the room today, one day you could too be a McKinney Center tenant. We're building this for you. This year's theme, Collaborate, Sustain, Thrive, isn't just words, it's our blueprint. Collaborate means our tenants don't just rent space, they partner with each other, share resources, and amplify each other's impact. Sustain means we're building something that lasts, keeping rental rates accessible, stretching every dollar, and creating stability so our tenants can focus on their missions, not their overhead. Thrive means we're not just surviving. We're growing, expanding, and providing what Black-led organizations have the right foundation. When Black-led organizations have the right foundation, we don't succeed, we flourish. We had an extremely incredible 2025. We kicked things off with Delta Dental Hands-On Discovery Workshop, bringing health education right to our community. We partnered with AWS for our Skills Workshop series. We opened our doors to tech careers. We hosted Code Switch, celebrating the richness of our cultural identity. We partnered with Dreams Manifest for their year-end visioning workshop, which helped us dream bigger together. The CD Art Walk transformed our atrium into a gallery of Black brilliance. Our vendor pop-ups gave entrepreneurs a platform to shine. And the CD Business Alliance is building the economic infrastructure our community deserves. Every event, every partnership, every program is proof that when we invest in our community thrives. Now, it's my honor to introduce someone who embodies the spirit of storytelling, community advocacy, and Seattle pride, and one of my very best people in the whole world. Treyana Holiday is a true Seattleite who has watched her city change in many ways. She started training in media at the young age of 9 and continued through school up to Howard University and UW. Okay? Through studying abroad multiple times, gaining her degree in communications and urban studies, and being displaced by gentrification, she's now fueled to tell her neighborhood stories through film and media. She found a home for this work at Converge Media as a 2-time Emmy award-winning media personality. Yes, TV show host and producer with her daily talk show, The Day with Trey, and other productions. She also works to engage crowds as an event MC, speaker, moderator, and panelist. As the communications director for Washington State's Office of Equity, she brings her knowledge and enthusiasm for communications and the community to the state level. Flourishing with her style, passion, and drive, she dynamically creates impact media through her work and helps the next generation find their voice in the world of media. Please help me in welcoming Trey Holiday.
All right, y'all, let's give it up for Sade. Thank you so much for grounding us in purpose and why we are here today. So great to see all of y'all. How y'all doing today? Y'all looking very snazzy, I must say. Y'all looking really well. I'm glad everybody came ready to support the amazing work of the CDCPDA. That is why we're here, so I'm excited to get us started, okay, y'all? Now, the first thing we get to do is our land acknowledgement. We want to make sure that we are grounded here. So we, as the Central District Community Preservation and Development Authority, acknowledge that we are on indigenous land of the unceded ancestral lands of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Duwamish, Suquamish, Puyallup, and Muckleshoot tribes, a people that has occupied this land since time immemorial. We pledge to continue to follow the leadership of tribes to achieve their vision for the lands and the waters that they have stewarded for generations. We continue our journey with gratitude and in honor of the past, the present, and the future with the First Peoples of Seattle. Now, what I want to always add to land acknowledgements is tribes care about land back campaigns. Am I right? Yeah. So when we give these acknowledgements, we also want to acknowledge that there are some strong efforts to ensure that they do get their land back. So we stand in solidarity with them, and I'm so grateful that we're able to be grounded in this beautiful space here in the Amazon frontier while acknowledging those who held these lands and still, in our world, continue to hold these lands in perpetuity. Am I right? All right, y'all. Thank you for being with me on that journey. Now we get to move to center ourselves in reflection and intention. So up next, we have Reverend Manaway. Yes, we're so excited. Pastor Robert L. Manaway Sr. is a husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. He has 48 years of pastoral ministries, and 43 of those years serving at Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church. Yes. Yes. Pastor Manaway holds several degrees and certifications and serves with the National Baptist Convention along with the North Pacific Baptist Convention. Let's give it up, y'all, for Pastor Manaway.
Thank you so much. I've been asked to lead us in a time of reflection and prayer. So if you would just bow your heads where you're seated as we acknowledge the presence of our God. Heavenly Father, we gather here today and we thank you with a spirit of gratitude for this moment of connection. And in this time of celebration of the CDCPDA, we thank you for the brilliant minds and visionary leadership you provided. We thank you for the entrepreneurial spirits and the assembly that is here in this place, in this space. We ask now that you would bless every conversation every idea shared, every partnership formed. And grant us wisdom in our economic pursuits and innovations that create lasting values and strategies, and that we build generational wealth and opportunity. May this gathering continue to spark new pathways of prosperity to strengthen our communities and uplift all who seek economic empowerment and excellence. Help us always to collaborate with integrity, to lead with purpose, and to create abundance that flows beyond this room. We commit our efforts to the greater good, trusting in your guidance for sustainable success. It is in your gracious name we ask these blessings. Amen.
All right. As we continue to get grounded, y'all know we got to bring it to some real entertainment. Are y'all ready for the Black National Anthem? We definitely got to make that happen. Y'all, let's give it up for Chandler. Chandler Williams is going to be leading us in the Black National Anthem. He's coming up now. Yes, give it up for Chandler, y'all.
Till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Y'all give it up one more time for Chandler. So smooth. I really appreciated that, Chandler. Thank you. As we continue to move forward, y'all, we want to be bringing some folks up to the stage to really help shine a light on the collaboration that the CDCPDA has been involved in since its inception. Really grateful that we are learning more and getting a real firsthand look from some of the people that have been making this work empowering and impactful in our community. First up here, we got Franklin R. Smith coming to the stage, y'all. Yes. Franklin is a dedicated professional with 17 years of experience supporting adults in transition, including those moving from homelessness, incarceration, and treatment programs. He currently serves as the co-founder of Fresh Start Professional Services and Director of Community and Housing Resources at the Freedom Project, where he helps individuals reintegrate into society. Franklin made history as the first former justice-impacted individual hired by Washington Department of Corrections as a community resource program manager, where he contributed to the WADOC/KC Second Chance Reentry Grant Pilot Project. He later served as Corrections Specialist 3 and Reentry Navigator, further advancing reentry initiatives. With a degree in business and numerous certifications in leadership, corrections, and case management, Franklin has become a recognized leader in reentry support. His approach is shaped by both professional expertise and personal experience, making him a vital resource for individuals seeking a fresh start. Y'all, let's play Franklin's track and get him up here to this stage.
I like that track. Woo. Thank you very much for that. You know, when people introduce you, sometimes it makes you just stand up. Are they talking about me? Did I do all that? I ain't even that old. Ain't but 25. No. Thank you very much for coming here. And they asked me to just kind of, I want to thank the CDCPDA for all the work that they do and for revitalizing this dream. And I know I'm kind of skipping into my speech a little bit, but I want to give a shout out to the McKinney family, because without the vision of your father, that laid the seeds, the foundation of what we have today, we wouldn't even be here. And thank you very much. Once again, my name is Franklin Smith. I'm one of the co-founders of Fresh Start Professional Services. We're an organization that's dedicated to empowering the lives of our brothers and sisters who have been impacted by systems, be it systems of incarceration, be it the mental health system, or any system that oppress and suppress people. Me and my partner, Terry Morgan, back there, have been proud stewards of this work for over 20 years. Wow. And we were honored to be the first organization to be allowed tenancy inside of the McKinney Center. Where we were able to assist, I believe, 120 individuals in understanding and learning returning citizens in getting understanding in digital literacy, going from basic computers all the way up to AI and cybersecurity. But on one more token of that, we were able to pay them $1,500 a month so that they didn't have to come out and run back into the society, that they would have an opportunity to sit down and transition. We have created our own curriculum, which is a life skills curriculum called Taking Charge of Your Future. And through that curriculum, individuals get an opportunity to be reintroduced to who they were prior to incarceration, and allow the new person that was able to blossom inside the facilities to give that person a chance to come out here and be a productive member of our society. One of the things that we have to understand, and being a person, as I say, of lived experience, inside those institutions, they do something to you. As they say, slavery was a peculiar experience for African Americans. Incarceration is a peculiar experience for us. And for a lot of our brothers and sisters, without support, they fall into that trap of recidivism. So having a place like the McKinney Center, where individuals can come, sit down, be embraced by their community, be able to learn new skills, be able to engage in intellectually stimulating conversation. It gives them an opportunity to want to be a part of the community and have their work appreciated by those people who look like them. So at Fresh Start, which basically what that means, everybody every day has an opportunity for a fresh start. For us, the McKinney Center was our fresh start to be able to help our brothers and sisters who came out. And because of that, the tendency is blossoming. I just met individuals today that are in the same building that we're in, that I didn't know was there. And we'll be getting together because we have a first-time homebuyers program, and they have a first-time homebuyers program, so there's no need for us not to be collaborating, because too many of us is competing for budget dust. When they say we got $3 million for you, that's budget dust, because we know they have $300 million. And they want us to compete for the little bit of money. So having a place that is a hub where we can sit down, brainstorm, have conversations about issues that's affecting our community, and coming up with solutions, not after a situation happened, but before. Being strategic in our mindset, being strategic in our walk, and intentional on how we can help our children, our mothers and fathers, and those people who are not being served that live inside of our community. That's what the McKinney Center represents. That vision where we have academic training going on, we have community gathering going on, and we have intellectually empowering conversation going on. McKinney Center stands as a beacon in the African-American community in the central area of Seattle. Thanks to the CDCPDA, they rekindled that. They brought back that power. Now it's up to us to be able to keep that dream alive, to be able to keep forging that path. Going back, I believe if my memory, like I say, I'm 25 years old, but I believe my research said SOIC was created in the basement of your home, of the church, and moved from there to where it's at today. In what, 1966? Come on. Come on. But at the end of the day, this is 2026, and the vision still lives on for a new generation. And the work we do is rooted in empowering people, teaching them skills, giving them opportunity, understanding that everybody can make a mistake. But if you give them an opportunity to do what's in their interest, they're like a flower ready to bloom. If you show them through lived example that there is a path for success, there's a path for them to change, and you represent that change instead of talking about the change, then you become that example for them. For us at Fresh Start Professional Services, we're extremely honored to have that opportunity to be the change that we would like to see other people become. And once again, we're extremely honored to have our home at the McKinney Center. Thank you again. Thank you for this opportunity.
Wow, so powerful. Let's give it up one more time, y'all, for Franklin, please. Incredible. Now, we never want to forget about why we're here. And a part of the reason why we're here and the CDCPDA has brought you all together is for you to be involved in supporting this work. So we have folks that were walking around for raffle tickets. Of course, we don't want you to forget to get your raffle ticket. If you do want to get a raffle ticket, I think we have the screen can share the QR code for the raffle. But we want y'all to be able to donate to support this vital work as the McKinney Center continues to expand its opportunity for new tenants and to support the work of the tenants there. So please do your part of being here today and give that donation. Get that raffle ticket. They have some amazing raffle prizes for y'all. This is in the amount, you'll be giving a donation in the amount of the value of the raffle prize that you're going after, but just know that you being here is a major part to support this vital work, okay? Now, next up, we get to hear from the board of the CDCPDA. I'm excited to announce Lawrence Bingham coming up next. He grew up at Mount Zion Baptist Church under the mentorship of Reverend Dr. Samuel Barry McKinney and studied electrical engineering at the University of Washington. He began his career as a student intern at Seattle City Light and has since worked with organizations including AT&T Wireless and Microsoft, while also launching several successful businesses and founding 3 nonprofits. Today, Lawrence serves at Seattle City Light, where he oversees project management, project controls, and contract management, contributing to major projects like the Alaskan Way Viaduct replacement, waterfront redevelopment, and Sound Transit light rail expansion. He remains active in church leadership, enjoys fishing, travel, golf, and pool, and is a devoted husband, father, and proud member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. Let's give it up, y'all. Let's give it up for Lawrence.
Like the other brother, who is that? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. As she said, I'm Lawrence Bigham. I'm the board president of the Central District Community Preservation and Development Authority. I'd like to say it out. Just because it reminds us of what our goal is, what our role is. It's one of the few times that you'll get an organization that fully explains themselves right in their title. So I'm really glad to be a part of it. I really feel like under Reverend McKinney and my own father, those are the two people that gave me my sense of purpose as far as community goes. To see the things that they brought to bear and to see the things that are being brought to bear yet under the CDCPDA. That legacy lives on, and we continue to keep it going, and I'm glad to see everybody here that's joining us in wanting to see it keep going. So get back on script, Lawrence. Thank you for attending our second annual Springing Forward Brunch for Black Economic Brilliance. It's an honor to be in community with each of you. I wanted to extend a special thanks to Amazon and the Black Employee Network for hosting us at the beautiful Frontier Space. Isn't this nice? Fancy. And also to our CEO, Sade Moore. Shout out to her and her team. You guys are doing a great job making us look good and pulling together sponsors, making this a really nice event. The CDCPDA exists to preserve and strengthen Seattle's historic Central District. We're not just a development authority, we're stewards of Black economic brilliance and community legacy. Through strategic capital programs, community partnerships, and innovative funding approaches, we're ensuring that the Central District remains a thriving hub for Black families, businesses, and culture for generations to come. We don't want that to go away, right? We do this through our work at the McKinney Center. And today is more than just a brunch. It's about investment in our community's future, whether through sponsorships, partnerships, or advocacy. Each one of you can play a role. You don't have to think that, just my little piece doesn't work. Everybody can play a role, even if it's word of mouth, in furthering this work. So we're not just preserving history, we're creating it. So thank you for being here, and let's celebrate. All right.
All right. One more time, y'all, for Lawrence, board president. For any of you who have been on board, y'all know it's a whole other job. Am I right? So we really appreciate the CDCPDA board and appreciate all of your work too, Lawrence. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Now, we have the pleasure of being blessed by some amazing words from our keynote speaker who is coming up next. Lanisha McCoy, there she is a public historian with over 20 years of experience in African-American museums and history initiatives. She is the executive director of blackpast.org, the world's largest online encyclopedia of Black history. Previously, Lanisha served as president and CEO of the Northwest African American Museum, where she led groundbreaking programs like the First Museum Choir and the Knowledge is Power initiative, distributing 25,000 books to youth. A former national president of the Association of African American Museums, Lanisha has studied museums globally and is an ordained clergy member. She serves as assistant pastor at New Hope Missionary Baptist Church and works on affordable housing through the New Hope Community Development Institute. With 3 master's degrees and a PhD candidacy at the University of Washington, yes. Lanisha researches African American educational history. Recognized as a visionary leader, she received numerous accolades, including Top 40 Under 40 and Puget Sound Business Journal Woman of Influence Awards. Lanisha is dedicated to empowering others and serving her community. Y'all, let's give it up for Lanisha McCoy.
Thank you, Trey. Central District Community PDA, look at this room. It is such a joy to be here with you today. To my dear friend, Sade Moore, thank you for your brilliant leadership. To Kendra, whose grace is a ministry all by itself, thank you, Kendra. To the staff and the board who are stewarding this sacred community gym named after the incomparable Reverend Dr. Samuel B. McKinney, thank you. His legacy is a charge to keep. He is that kind of ancestor. Today, I want to talk really briefly from the theme, We Have What It Takes, embracing an abundance mindset. Now, let me set the stage. When it comes to hip hop, Jay-Z has what it takes. When it comes to pop music, Beyonce has what it takes. When it comes to acting, Denzel and Michael B. Jordan have what it takes. When it comes to directing, Brother Ryan Coogler, the visionary behind the Sinners movie, has what it takes. When it comes to music, Seattle's own Brother Chandler Williams and Josephine Howell have what it takes. And when it comes to building a thriving, empowered, resourced Black community, you and I have what it takes. Give me just a few minutes and I'll prove it to you in 3 brief points. First, we have what it takes because we are united by purpose. The African principle Ubuntu teaches us I am because we are. Not I am because I hustle or I grind. I am because we are. Our purpose is collective. It's ancestral. It's spiritual. It's bigger than you or I. I am because we are. Our purpose is our anchor. It's the thing that keeps us steady when the world tries to distract and destroy us. And our core values are rooted in our purpose. As Dr. Bettina Love mentions, sometimes we have to have a revolution of values, a letting go of things that keep us small so that we can rise to things that keep us powerful. The ancient text says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." And transformation begins with clarity of purpose. When you know your purpose, you have standards. When you know your purpose, there are things that you don't tolerate. When you know your purpose, you no longer sit at some tables because you are busy building your own. And hear me, purpose will not always make you popular, but purpose will always make you powerful. Because purpose is not about popularity, it's about alignment. and purpose calls us to link up in arms. It calls us to lift as we climb. It calls us to build together, because abundance is a team effort. Secondly, we have what it takes because we are sustained by our knowledge. We stand on what we know. We don't always stand on business, but we always stand on knowledge. Because knowledge is our power. My mother used to say, people can't take away what you know. Scripture says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And since this is Financial Literacy Month, let me testify and admit that I did not know that had I started saving money at age 19, I would be a millionaire by age 65. I did not know to open a Roth IRA during my first job and to let compound interest work miracles. I did not know to decline that Capital One credit card that was offered to me on my first day of the college campus. I did not know, y'all. I did not know that a CD was not just something that played music, but that its other meaning was certificate of deposit. Somebody in here knows what I'm talking about. We just didn't know, right? But when we know better, we do better. Knowledge frees us. Knowledge multiplies our options and our possibilities. And Black economic brilliance is about having more than enough so that we can pour into others. Each one, teach one. Each me, reach three. Which brings me to the heart of today. We have what it takes because we thrive through shared prosperity. Fannie Lou Hamer said, none of us are free until we are all free. And she lived that truth. She started a pig farm. She fed her people using what she had to meet community need. That is abundance. Madam C.J. Walker said, I'm not satisfied in making money for myself. I'm endeavoring to provide employment for the hundreds of women of my race. And she did just that. Mary McLeod Bethune didn't just start a school. Did you all know that she started a hospital and a library and a funeral home and a beach and a national women's organization and the United Negro College Fund? That is abundance. These women didn't wait for abundance. They created it. They shared it. They multiplied it, like so many of you in this room. So what does an abundance mindset look like? It looks like making decisions from our inner wealth. It looks like deciding to invest in each other, to pour into each other, to share what we have because we trust there is more, to give what we can because we know it will return, to bless somebody else because blessings are circular. And so on this day, as we lift up the McKinney Center, we realize, as Sade said, it's more than a building. It's an inheritance where Black youth are given opportunity, where Black elders are treated with dignity, where Black families secure stability, where Black entrepreneurs experience investment, and where Black community thrives in collaboration. When the McKinney Center is well, the community is well. Our ancestors sang, we shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. That's the McKinney Center, our tree, rooted, grounded, unshakable. In conclusion, as we collectively spring forward, let's bloom where we are planted. Let's blossom in the rich soil of shared purpose, shared knowledge, and shared prosperity. Because we have what it takes within us. We always have, we always will. Ashe.
That's what I'm talking about. Give it up one more time, y'all, for Lanisha McCoy. What? I love it. I'm going to take that one. Okay, we have what it takes. Come on now. And she is so right. We definitely have what it takes, y'all. Oh, wow. I'm so blessed by that word. Thank you so much. Coming up next, y'all, I get to introduce someone who I just adore so much. Oh my goodness, she has been making waves in the business world and in community and bridging the gap for so many business owners, particularly small business owners who are really needing their charge to get started. And I'm so glad that she is here, y'all, to bring us to the point of why we are here. I'm talking about none other than Debrina Jackson Gandy. Y'all, let's give it up for her one time, y'all.
Well, aren't I lucky? I get to go after the real McCoy. Well, I was sitting at my table asking everyone, is this your first year? Were you here last year? Because last year, I was a newbie. And I came because of the title, Black Brilliance. I didn't even know the acronyms. I didn't know the history. I didn't know the legislation that funded it. I just loved the name. And I was here at the table. And afterwards, I came up to Sade and also Kendra, and I said, I want to learn more about what y'all do. I want to get involved. I called them up. I scheduled a tour, all the floors, every room. And I saw it then, and I know what it's become now, and I know what it's going to become. And it has a special place in my heart because you all may remember when it was Seattle Voc Tech, or maybe it was called SOIC. I was there when it was Seattle Voc Tech speaking. And every room on every floor was filled and popping and energy and happening. And that's what I see returning again. And so it is my pleasure to be able to talk about the money, 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 money. That's why we're here. That's really why we're here. And at the beginning, they said community owned. I hope you caught that part. That's really important. So it's CDCPDA, so that you do not take a whole year like I did to get all 6 letters. So let's hear you say it. CDCPDA. Let's ensure it is here to stay. Yes? We're all here today because we believe in the CDCPDA. And in what's possible when a community invests in itself. Last year, we talked about restoring the McKinney Center as a community hub. Now let me tell you a little bit about what has happened since. Now the building is active. Now small businesses are here. Now nonprofits are here. Now workshops, partnerships, and community gatherings are already happening in the space. And still, there's more we can do. So the question isn't just how we sustain it, but what's on the table today is how do we fully activate it, fully activate it. So I want you to imagine this with me. Artists and cultural organizations gathering and calling the McKinney Center home, with the potential for dedicated spaces and artist studios. I want you to imagine families accessing quality, affordable childcare right here in the neighborhood. I want you to imagine the McKinney Center as a destination for events like the Art Walk and other community events, or an event space that you can rent out because your organization or business wants to have a celebration or a gathering or a dinner or a workshop or a seminar. Imagine the centennial exhibit of the McKinney Center bringing new visitors, new stories, and new energy. And imagine more workshops and trainings and partnerships with even more people across the Central District. This is about building what's already strong and making it even more visible, even more accessible, and even more impactful. But that next level of activation takes resources, as we know. And so today we're inviting you to invest in the next chapter. It's about full activation. As a side note, there was a young woman that I saw moving around the room when I got here a little early, since I'm one of the speakers on the program, and she was telling me how she has returned from being on the East Coast to now being over all of the projects that are going to be upgrades to the physical space and the HVAC and the exterior and activating the rooms and getting them ready for tenants. So they are making it happen and hiring folks that have the expertise to help fully activate this space. So there's a few ways to give, and they made it really easy because right on the back of your name tag is the QR code. So I want to let you know how your dollars would be used. That's really important because you can, of course, give a one-time gift, but what is even more powerful in terms of cash flow is monthly being what I'm going to call part of Team CDCPDA. So your contribution will do several things. It will help support and expand the current tenants and partners, bring in new services and opportunities for the community, activate more spaces in the building. If you have not gone to have a tour, there are, I think, 3 levels, if I'm remembering correctly, of potentially usable space. So we want to activate all of those spaces and continue to grow the McKinney Center as a place where people come not just for services, but for connection, culture, and opportunity. So imagine someone saying, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to the McKinney Center. What are you doing Saturday? I'm going to the McKinney Center. McKinney Center is on our lips because it is our community-owned hub. So I invite you to consider becoming a monthly donor. And when you go to the QR code, it'll take you to the website and it gives you the choice of donation right on the very front screen. So every dollar donated does several things. So there are dollars that are going to help our current tenants, and you actually heard from some of them. You heard some of those dollars are going to go to attracting new partners, tenants, and services. That requires outreach and time and giving tours, and also transferring the rooms that are not currently in use into vibrant community spaces that serve the broader Black community. So I'm going to actually give you a moment right now. I'm going to actually pause for about 20 seconds so that you can take your name tag, scan the code, click the link, select donation, and do monthly or one time. So I'm going to pause a moment while you do that. I wanted them to play the OJs, but I don't know if they had it in their playlist. Money, 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 money is a good thing. So as I close, oh, what was that? What was that? Yeah, what was that? Turn it up. Hey! Thank you so much. Y'all are quick back there. I love it. So even if you are here as a newbie today, like I was last year, get involved with our community hub. Not only with your dollars, but also with your hands, your feet, your genius, and your heart. And so I want to close out, and I want us all to say, I'm going to say it first, and you repeat after me. The CDCPDA let's ensure it's here to stay. On three, 1, 2, 3. The CDCPDA, let's ensure. One more time louder. The what? CDCPDA, let's ensure it's here to stay. All right, thank you, y'all.
Y'all, we're walking away with some great little sayings, huh? Okay, let's take those home, okay? I love it. Well, we want to ground ourselves in the importance of this work when we talk about the legacy of Reverend McKinney, y'all. I have the pleasure of bringing up Dr. Laura Ellen McKinney. She is a psychologist, author, and multi-platform performer who lives on Renton Cedar River with her dog, Scout, y'all. Let's bring her up to the stage and get grounded in this legacy.
Hello, everyone. Scout forgot his speech, so I'll speak for him. I want to thank all of you for being here and for recognizing the importance of having a Central District Community Preservation Development Authority. That is an area that was historically Black and that needs to be preserved. And as the president of the board said, the title tells that story. The McKinney Center has been described, so I won't do it again, but it is a place where hope lives and where opportunity is possible. What I'm going to talk to you about very briefly is that had my father lived this year, on December 28th, he would turn 100 years old. What this year has meant is that for his 100th birthday, organizations, schools, seminaries, museums, libraries are taking time to celebrate him in different ways. The celebration was kicked off by Dr. DeAndre Fisher and the Seattle colleges for the Martin Luther King celebration, where there were some special things done for the recipient of the McKinney Fellows Award, which happens every year, but this year it was special. It will end on December 11th with a Kwanzaa cantata at Town Hall that was written by me and a wonderful musician, Dr. Dave Ragland from Nashville. So put that in your calendar. Between those times, there will be, well, there have been already events at a number of places, including one that will happen, it's upcoming at the Cleveland Public Library. They actually emailed me this morning. I've got to send them some more things. There will be a special exhibit at the McKinney Center. That's September 19th through December. The Museum of History and Industry will have an exhibit of my father's clothing from October to January. That sounds odd, but what's important is that everything my father did was with intention. So the clothing that he wore represented Black vendors and artists. So his shirts were from a Black man in Philadelphia. His ties were from a Black man in Virginia. He got his cufflinks from a man in Atlanta. His suits were from Italy, so that doesn't really count. He bought this dress for me. From a vendor that used female designers and seamstresses who were in a developing country and who made a living wage. So the importance of the year is that it celebrates what we're trying to represent in the work that we are doing. My father believed in democracy. He believed in the promise of America. And we're in a challenging time now. But what's important is that we speak truth to power when it is most difficult, and that we understand that while things take time, we don't have time, so we must work now. And I'm excited about the possibilities that are going to happen in this project that we're all part of, but I'm also very excited about the ways that my father is being celebrated. It is interesting to grow up with somebody who people recognize in this way. Most of the work that gets done in community is done in small, very important ways that add up. And every once in a while, there's someone who rises to the surface. And my father was one of those people. I am proud to be his daughter and to have his face. And I am honored that all of you honor him. I am late on putting up the website. It will be up. You'll find out about it. It has all of the activities that you can then look at in other places, in Providence, Rhode Island, in Cleveland, in Atlanta, where his archive is. Oh, and in all of the places that are local. So I'm hoping that you will be part of those. I'm hoping that we will see you at the McKinney Center. I was glad to hear that there's a recognition of the ways that the arts can be part of the center. I've actually put together a proposal for things like Friday nights at the MC, right? Where we can have poetry slams and that kind of thing, or where vintners, Black vintners can come in and talk about winemaking, where we can have young people gather the stories of elders so that we don't lose the things that are important in community. One of the things that I started doing as a child, which actually drove my father crazy, was I would go up to people and ask them where their shoes had been. I'd ask them why they made that kind of food, who taught them that recipe. Those are important questions. I learned to cook from my mother's mother, but the recipes were from her mother. So I cooked my great-grandmother's food. Those are things that we can gather because they tell the story of community in ways that we otherwise would not learn. And for the McKinney Center to be a hub for and a repository of those stories and activities and opportunities and purposes is essential. It helps move my father's legacy forward. And it celebrates what lives in all of us, which is that if we see an issue that requires addressing, we must address it. If there is something that is wrong, even if we don't right it, we must seek to right it. And we must recognize that all of us working together help forward the story and create the community and preserve it in ways that are essential to a history that would otherwise be erased. So thank you very much for your presence here, and I look forward to seeing you all at lots of things this year.
Oh my goodness, amazing, amazing legacy that we are all a part of because you showed up today. You chose to be here this Friday afternoon. We thank y'all for that. We have a last call here on the raffle. So y'all see it on your screens. If you haven't already done the raffle, feel free to click the QR code there, get your raffle tickets. We're going to be announcing the winners before we're done today, so you will know if your raffle has been picked, if your ticket has been picked. Of course, she is walking around with the tickets. If you are scanning the code and getting your tickets, please let her know so you can get your physical ticket here. And we can make sure it is included before we do the raffle draw shortly. Y'all, we get another amazing musical selection by Chandler. Let's give it up for Chandler one more time, y'all.
are jumping, and cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mind's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky. But until that morning, there is nothing can harm you. No, 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 no. With daddy and mommy standing by. Oh, with daddy and mommy standing by. Thank you, everybody.
Incredible! Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Give it up for Chandler one more time, y'all. Smooth, man. Smooth. Smooth. I was getting the goosies. I don't know if y'all were. I was over here like, ooh, get it. Great work, Chandler. Thank you so much. All right, y'all, we get to the fun part now. Who, by a show of hands, has purchased raffle tickets? Who's ready to win? Who's ready to win? Okay. We got several of y'all out there. Look, me. Okay, you look. I don't have a choice who gets to win. Okay, so we're ready to do the raffle draw? Are we ready for the raffle draw? Kendra's gonna be closing us out, but let's get to the, okay, y'all know what to do. You can tell me what ticket to call out. All right, first box here. Shaking it up. I know we got several. Okay.
Oh, now we gotta open it though.
Oh, now you gotta open it. See, this is our first guinea pig. Now we know. Oh, there it is for this one right here. Plus 4 tickets. Oh, there's tickets. I can do it this way. There we go. Those are all of them? Okay.
Yes, that was it. True.
All right, y'all. For this first raffle, we have 24386-091. All right now. Yes. There we go. All righty. Second raffle is up next.
Okay, up next, we have a specially crafted box from the Black Employee Network.
Black Employee Network box. Okay, let's see here. Y'all was purchasing tickets. There's lots of tickets in here. Okay. This one is 24386-095. Who has 095? Yeah! Yay! See, it goes to show you it was paying off to put your raffle ticket in even a little later, right? Yes. All right, y'all. Our third one before we do are we doing that final? The other box is the final. Okay. This is the CDCPDA. Okay. Let's see here. All right. 24386-086. Who has, oh! Woohoo! Awesome. Awesome. Okay, y'all. This is the Alaska box. Shout out. Oh, look, all y'all with these tickets up in here. Y'all wasn't playing. Give me that. Look, give me that Alaska. Okay, I really got to dig deep for this, y'all. There's too many tickets in this box. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right. All right, we got it. 24386-075. Who's 075? Oh, there we go. Huh? Yeah. All right, they're gonna connect with you to get all your information and make sure you get your Alaska prize. Yes. Let's give it up for all the raffle winners. Thank y'all so much for participating in that phenomenal raffle. And thank you to all the sponsors. Now, I get to bring up a phenomenal woman who's been mentioned several times today to close us out, y'all. Let's give it up for Kendra Liddell.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I think I jumped ahead of the walk-on music, but that's okay. Time has been well spent today. Thank you so much for joining us on this afternoon. I know it's a Friday afternoon, spring break for kids and all kind of stuff going on, but it means so much to have all of you here for the second annual Springing Forward Brunch for Black Economic Brilliance. When we did this event last year, it truly was a leap of faith because we didn't know who our donors were. We didn't know who our supporters could be. And now as we continue to do this work, we get to define that more and more. And so as you go out into community and you continue on in your professional careers, be sure to keep us in mind. Be sure to send collaborations our way. Contact information is on your program, on our website, social media. You can come and get my email directly, but we want to keep the conversations going. We want to keep the activations going. And as you're seeing information about events at the building, please share and plan to attend and support what we have going on. I want to give a special shout out. I know Sade did all the formalities at the beginning, so ditto to all of that, as well as Noir Lux. So Kalina had to leave. She was vending upstairs, but those beautiful candles that you see on the table are customized based off of our theme, collaborate, sustain, and thrive, okay? So you have one that was placed at your table, but if you feel like you resonate a little bit more with a different one, you can exchange or swap with someone at your table, but please take your candle and your thank you card. And there are custom cookies that are done by Miss Kayla out of Tacoma, Washington. So just want to give them a special mention because these are our gifts to you. You all bought your tickets to be here today, and we want to gift something back to you to help commemorate this moment. And yeah, so the vendor marketplace, I know folks will be up there breaking down, but if there's something that you saw or someone you needed to get their contact information, please do stop by there before you head out. But if you need to leave directly from this space, please take the stairs. Security will have the turnstiles open for you to exit. You'll want to leave your badge behind, all right? So thank you.
If you were here last year, you know I always do this because Kendra tries to block me off the stage at the end so I don't say any last words. But
So she doesn't cry.
yeah, because I teared up a lot last year. I promise I won't do that this year, but I also want to, I always love giving you your flowers. So you know I love you so much. I do. And I love my entire team. This is a true team effort. Kendra led the charge for us. This is what she does. She loves to do this. She does it so selfishly. Selfish. Look, y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, it's been a long week, but she knows I love her. You know, I got to give her flowers real soon. I always do. I'm always telling her how much I love her. We've been up late night all week, the last couple of months, our entire team. So thank you. I love you again so much. I do. last shout outs, Representative Sharon Tomiko Santos, I cannot leave today without thanking you for being our advocate, being our guide. She is the reason why the PDA was formed. Kathleen, please stand up. Kathleen is our sister PDA. She is the executive director of HSD, Historic South Downtown. So thank you for being in community with us. To Debrina, to Trey, to Chandler, to Pastor Manaway, to Lanisha. Gosh, who else? Franklin, yes, there's so many people to thank. Yeah, listen, Dr. McKinney knows I love her because we text all the time. To Bird Bar Place, Dr. Griffin and your team, I love you so much. And thank you for showing up for us. To the Seattle Torrent, Steph, I don't know if Steph is still in the room. Steph, I love you so much. Thank you for being with us. Lots of conversations with Kendra and myself, to Alaska Airlines, our partners with them, to the city of Seattle. Michelle, stand up too, because you know I love you. I love everybody. I do. But you know, the city of Seattle we've gone through some trying times, and I tell you, by the grace of God, He has gotten us through every storm. It has been super amazing to see just the wave of how this organization has evolved. Again, I thanked our board. Monet, stand up, please. So you heard Debrina talk about the woman who came from the East Coast, from Seattle, came back home. She is our senior project manager. So she's gonna be leading the charge with our dream team of organizers, some are in the room now, to really do some amazing capital project work for the building. So thank you. Thank you so much. To Mike, to Marissa, to production, everyone. I love you guys so much, so thank you. And without further ado, that's it. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. We will be back again next year. And again, Marketplace, please mix, mingle, talk, chat, exchange information. Come and get Kendra's information if you want to partner, because she will be reaching out to people who want to be in the building. And thank you. Be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. Drive safely, please, and enjoy this weather while we have it. Thank you.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes,